what I want to do is I want to introduce our speaker right now. I'm just so excited to have him on the call. He's such a wonderful guy, good friend, been in the business a long time, very, very successful. He's a millionaire club member with a yellow jacket. He's a top 50 money earner. He's a Crystal Sphere Award winner. He's been on all kinds of five-star trips, and he's won so many different awards. And you know, he's such a great guy. He doesn't have an accent or anything. He's just he's so cool. That's probably the best way I could describe him. Every time I'm around Peter, he's just such an awesome guy. So with that, I want to welcome Mr. Piotr Luda. All right, well, take it away, Peter. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you for this kind introduction. Talking about my accent and making fun of me, I can tell you one thing. In about 10 minutes, you guys will know how I feel for the past 24 years listening to your funny accent. And we're going to be even. We're going to call this even. Guys, what a privilege to be here with you guys. Let me give you a little bit short version of my testimony. Living in Texas, my dream state, and enjoying my life with my family of 5 right now. My story got started during the Cold War in communist back then Poland. You can say this, I was born on the wrong side of the tracks. I was born in a winter month of '69. And you know what, my beginnings were not easy, but whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Very early on, I desired and fall in love with the Western ideas, with the freedoms which you guys enjoying on a daily basis here in America. And luckily for me, in the age of 18, I was able to escape from Poland to back then West Berlin in 1988. I did that. I ended up in West Berlin, become German citizen, lived there for about a year, then 4 years in West Germany. Then in between, we all can remember those days when East Germany and West Germany got reunited. I decided to hit the road again. I ended up for 24 years ago, actually on August 15, 1992, I ended up on the west side of Chicago. And the first 15 years prior to Ambit were shaky, were also incredible at the same time. I have done pretty much everything you can imagine. I accomplished, a lot and not much, at the same time. I tried. I learned about business. I learned about life, the hard way. I even ended up living on the street 17 years ago for a while. I did have my own businesses. I ran them down. I ran out of money, basically. But I get an awful lot of experience. And eventually, I end up in the mortgage industry. And this industry at this point, back 10, 15 years ago, have treated me extremely well. And I've been extremely lucky. I have a wonderful wife at this point and 3 beautiful children, which I like to have fun. My wife was raising all 4 of us from the privacy of our home and on a daily basis. And we have pretty much decent life at this point. Several properties in the suburbs, with home in the suburbs, and the life was good. I thought I found the American dream already. And I don't know how many of you can remember those days. 9 years ago, the bottom dropped in the winter of 2007 and 2008. At this point, I was running 36 agents, mortgage company on the northwest side of Chicago. The bottom dropped. I lost 70% of my income overnight, and I was extremely scared to end up on the streets again. And at this point, I could not let this happen. With 3 beautiful children depending on me. And luckily for me and my family, somebody actually knocked on my office door, told me about a company from Texas, which is thinking about taking advantage of the deregulated market, back then natural gas market in the state of Illinois. So I saw, like you, a business presentation. I got super excited. And bear with me, I like to have fun. I get excited, and I had no clue what I was excited about. I'm living proof for Polish jokes in America. and I got started. I felt like this is the right fit for me. I knew few people in Chicago. This opportunity did not require any previous experience. The system was already provided for us, and we got busy. And the only thing I can tell you, what we did right from the beginning, we didn't wait for easier time. We didn't wait for electricity in the state of Illinois. We didn't wait for the even licensing process being finalized. We got busy from the day one. And very shortly, we were able to build up a good size of organization in the state of Illinois. At some point, the organization, our group, starts spreading all over the country. And few short years after we got started, we were able to fulfill another dream of ours and move actually across the country. And now for the past 6 years, we're living literally our dream here. I like to say in my fourth country, Texas, we're living pretty decent life. We are able, and this is the biggest accomplishment of what we have done here with Ambit in the past 9 years. The fact that me and my wife, we are staying at home parents, raising our children on a daily basis, and money come and goes, and we all know that already, and we experience life from the good side and the bad side. But one thing I can tell you, you can't buy time freedom. It's just impossible. And those 9 years, which I was able to be at home with my wife, with our 3 children, nobody's going to be able to take away from us. I hope you get excited about this business opportunity after you watch this business presentation. And I'm going to point out maybe a few points which got me excited, and hopefully that will be helpful to help you to make a positive decision for you and your family, and as well to not only get excited, but take this opportunity as serious as Damien and myself and many other leaders in Ambit have done. Guys, the first point is service, not a product. I mean, there's a lot of great product-based companies, but I can tell you from my experience in my previous life in the mortgage business, which I was part of for a very long time. I was checking people's credit for living, and the one thing which, not understanding network marketing before, not understanding electricity or natural gas industry, I knew this is a pretty good fit considering the economy was tanking. I knew this not gonna be a quick recovery. It's gonna stay that way for a while. This was a perfect fit, and the reason why, guys, checking people's credits for living on a daily basis, I knew when the money is short, we stop paying our membership cards, we stop paying our car payments, we stop paying our credit card payments, we stop paying our mortgages. But the only bill religiously which we're paying on a monthly basis was actually two, natural gas and electricity. So considering the tough times which were coming our way in our great nation economically, I knew this is a perfect fit. No matter what the economy will do, if we're going to do extremely well or not so good for a while, the fact that we're dealing with the service, not a product, the fact that we all addicted to the product, we cannot live without the product, no matter what our lives are providing for us or not. We're going to consume electricity and natural gas as long we pretty much alive. So this was the first thing which got me excited. The timing is amazing. This is the beginning of the biggest wealth shift in the history of this great nation and also across the world. We already are an international company. You see, 9 years ago, when I joined, we were only in Texas. We were only in 5 boroughs of the the city of New York and Long Island. And they were thinking about approaching the suburbs of Chicago with natural gas. Electricity was not even deregulated in Illinois back then. Natural gas is not even deregulated right now in Texas. And mostly the states, or at least half of those states in our great nations are still not deregulated, and many countries are are completing the process of deregulation. So as you can see, not only this is a perfect industry, we're dealing with product which is habitually used, unconsciously purchased, but also is the beginning of the wave, beginning of the shift. And if you listen to anybody who makes some serious money or have made some serious money in the past, as Warren Buffett would say, as Bill Gates are saying, this is the next biggest money shift in the world. Technology was number one. Now we're talking about energy. And we are part of this great shift at the beginning stages. We're talking about really timing being perfect. Guys, we didn't have such a fancy systems. This was just a startup company. There were a lot of hiccups. Now we iron all the issues. We have amazing systems, and we have less than 3% market penetration, which gives you and me fair share of the market, which is still available to all of us. The compensation plan is just amazing. The only thing you need to understand about the compensation plan, from my experience, you need to get yourself positioned. You need to get yourself promoted as fast as possible. You see, when I was being trained originally by the number one money earner in all of Ambit, Mr. Brian McClure, he told me, he said, Peter, if you really love your family, you love your children, you want to move as fast as possible from the left side of the pay plan to the right side of the pay plan. You don't have to understand how this operates. You don't have to know, even quite frankly, how to explain all of it. On a part-time basis, full-time basis, doesn't matter. As fast to get yourself to RC, to get yourself to SC, to get yourself to EC and NC. So I would encourage every single one of you, you don't have to study this. You can learn about the pay plan while your business is growing, while you're getting paid, while you're getting yourself positioned, promoted on a regular basis. This, we have ambition around the corner, our annual convention, and I am always laughing, guys. They're passing all kinds of awards at our convention every single year, and it's an amazing moment for all of us in the field, and also from the corporate side, when we can all get together here in Dallas. And I like to have fun, guys. They give a lot of awards to people which have no clue how they're getting them, but they don't give any awards to the highest IQ. You see, they're acknowledging people which are getting the best results. It took me a while to figure out how many pay plans we have, but I went to work day one. They used to call me ignorance and fire in the state of Illinois. I was just excited to be part of something bigger than I have experienced in my life in the past. The systems, this is also, something unique what we have. In my humble opinion, over the years, I met a lot of network marketers from different companies, different industries, and the systems which we have, in my opinion, are the best in the industry which are available. You see, for a whopping $24 a month, you're receiving set of websites, you're receiving accounting system, you can see your income on a weekly basis, predictions for the next weeks, year to date, everything is done for you, so that you don't have to do anything else. As I mentioned, with $24.95, we'll cover all the additional expenses which some of the people have to burden in order to develop their businesses on a daily, monthly, yearly basis. So the systems are amazing. I'm going to tell you how much more advanced we are than we were 9 years ago. For example, I started building in a Polish community in Chicago, and after literally a couple of weeks, my consultants told me this, Peter, if we could have the PowerPoint presentation in Polish language, man, this would help us a lot. And I thought about this. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, but I don't really understand computers too well, but I have a couple great guys on my team, and translate to a Polish language, fill all those blanks with Polish words. And for the next couple of weeks, we're so excited. We started using in Polish restaurant, back room of Polish restaurants, in homes, Starbucks, and our organization, our group started growing extremely fast. And after about 2-3 weeks, I received a phone call from Ambit. basically asking me if I have the presentation, and I thought, oh my gosh, this was a short journey for Peter Luda with Ambit. And I started apologizing, we're using this, and it's very helpful for our group. And they started laughing. They asked me to actually provide the presentation if I would be kind enough. And this was the Polish presentation, was actually the first presentation which was implemented in our back office. So this is about the systems. Obviously, we don't have those issues. We have multiple languages right now available to all of us. And the systems, as I mentioned before, working for all of us flawlessly. You just got to look in a mirror if you're a guest here and ask yourself if you would like to be part of it. And if this is something not for you, you're not as excited about electricity and natural gas, you don't think this is a sexy product as we do, then thank you for watching this presentation. Just become a customer of the person which invited you here, which showed you this business presentation. They will be happy. Ultimately, we love our customers. This is the bread and butter for all of us, and everybody will be excited and happy. Nobody will be chasing you. Become our customer. If this is something for you, you're probably waiting until I will be quiet and you can get started with this business. Will take about 5 minutes to open your website, get you registered, and the people which will help you with all of that will help you as well recuperate your initial investment and get you on the road. The only thing I would like to ask you not to be the person in the middle. You see the people in the middle, and the reason why I understand that, because I've been the guy in the middle for 38 years prior to Ambit. I was always too scared to commit to something, and I was always too scared to say no because I didn't want to hear the no for the rest of my life watching my friends succeeding. So I always said maybe. The only thing, as I mentioned, I would like to ask you not to be the person on the fence. Yes, it's a good decision. I think this is the best opportunity to get all of us to the place we're on the way. No is also a good answer. Just become our customer, enjoy the savings. Just don't be the guy in the middle. Don't be the guy sitting on the fence and thinking too much. Please make the decision, good decision for you and your family. And I'm looking forward to see every single one of you. God bless you guys, and see you soon.
Customer acquisition strategy, they will give you free energy for referring just 15 other customers. They will take the average of those 15 customers you referred's monthly bills and discount it from your monthly bill. So if your bill is $200 per month and their bills average $200 per month, you pay nothing. If your bill is $250 per month and theirs average $200 per month, you only pay $50 a month. In any event, you've got $200 per month or $2,400 a year worth of free energy. It's that simple.
If you're concerned about what this will cost you, no worries. The program is also free to participate in. There is no cost to switch your service. Nothing changes for you, the consumer. The service and maintenance on your power lines or pipes, transformers, meters, etc. continues to be performed by the old incumbent, who still owns the lines, the transformers, and infrastructure. They will still read the meters, and by the way, will still continue to get paid for servicing them. There is no change whatsoever for you, except of course the lower price you now pay all the way down to even free. Taking all this into consideration, why wouldn't you do this? No logical reason, right? The only thing you might say is, well, I can't explain it, or I can't sell very well, or I don't have the time, right?
Well, you don't have to. All you have to do is send your friends to see this video, which explains it for you, just like I'm explaining it to you, right? And when they sign up as an Ambit customer, you get credit for them. Once you've got 15 referrals signed up and they start paying their bill, you start getting free energy. It's as simple as that. In the meantime, you'll still receive the benefit of extremely competitive rates.
So let me ask you a question. Is there a better price than free?
You're right. There isn't. So sign up with Ambit as an energy customer and start referring your friends today. And soon you too will start enjoying free energy.
After all, it is the smart choice to make.
To get started now and begin writing your own story